is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I could dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him, and Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. I got you.
Oh,
man,
shit.
Collapse with the kick.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit. Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo.
We back in the building.
Facts. Yo, it's Thursday night home. We talk about wrestling. The bullshit gotta go. Don't leave the floor without letting them that we know Ricochet got more to give than the bullshit that he has with 100 kids. Hey. And if you want to hear the rest of that shit, tune in tomorrow for the Tone and Show show.
Yo, facts. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow, but today we back in the building. It is Wrestling with Knuckleheads. We are back at 100. We in a good mood. Some good shit today. We were able to have some good vibes. It was a good day, and we keeping it going. We live with y'all. So what's going on? Let's see who's already in the building. What's going on? Normal guy with the first. We got Mr. Low-Key. What's up? There we go. Oh, my bad. I forgot we both could. Yo, what's going on, Mr. Low-Key? It's all good. We got everyone saying what's up. We got everyone in the building. What's going on, y'all? Yeah. What's going on? It's Thursday. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be discussing Clash at the Castle, giving our predictions and all that. That's going to be a little later when Gigi comes on the show. But yeah, we here, man. We here. What's going on, Toe? How you doing? How you been, man? It's not like I just saw you a few hours ago.
Word. We had an adventure. We went into Brooklyn. We left Brooklyn. We came back to Brooklyn within the same 15 minutes.
Yo, okay. So this is for anyone that
we hit all four boroughs.
Yo, facts. But to anyone that commutes, right? If you decide to follow your GPS, sometimes I think you got to be smarter than the computer because that GPS said, "Yeah, we're gonna take you this way, and we're gonna make you try to give a U-turn while you're on the Williamsburg Bridge, and just be like, fuck it." And it's like, I don't know about you, but there's a train passing in between. There's no way to give a U-turn. Like, you're either going into the city or you're getting off before you get to that part where it's like, where do you want us to go? Into the water? So the GPS decides, like, nah, we're taking out into the city from Brooklyn to then go back to Brooklyn.
Your GPS said, no. That was the look the GPS gave us.
Yo, facts. Facts.
Love Neil
like,
deGrasse Tyson.
Yo, facts. It was
I
like,
invited him on the Tour and the show, but apparently he's too busy dealing with Terrence Howard shit.
What happened with Terrence Howard? The fuck?
He tried to develop new math. Didn't work.
let him try to figure out why he was replaced as Rhodey. But yeah, man. But no, it was a good day. It was a good day. We got to be with some of the Knucklehead crew. We got to chill. We got to have some amazing food. We were shown cookies. We did not have cookies, but
them cookies look good.
In all ways. You want to hear more about that? You're gonna have to tune in tomorrow to the Toe in the Show.
Let me just tell you something, normal guy. If the girl who's holding the cookies was a KFC, she'd be all thighs. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave the imagination to you, baby.
Yo, what I'm saying is somehow I did not see any cookies. But again, y'all want to hear more? You'll have to tune in tomorrow to the Toe in the Show for more of the story.
You know who ain't see no cookies? Ricochet. Let's get into this while we can before we get in trouble.
Okay. So we're gonna get us in trouble.
DG gonna yell at us.
Facts. So that's why we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna say it tomorrow on the Toe in the Show. We're right. But when it comes to the Ricochet scenario, so again, I feel like it's an unfortunate scenario when you feel like there's so much untapped potential, and it's almost like you're wasting the time that you have with the person. Because again, they're all contracted. It's not a scenario of it's you only have a certain amount of time. If the person decides to re-sign, or if you decide to re-sign them, that's a different story. But the issue is, if you're not doing anything with them, why would they decide to re-sign? The case of Ricochet, it feels like it was a start and stop scenario so damn much that it's like, why is he gonna want to stay? You know. But when it comes to this, I still feel like there's so much they could do with him that I don't know if he should leave, you know? But what are your thoughts on this whole scenario, Joe?
I think one of the first mistakes they made with him was pulling him from NXT too fast. He should have been NXT champion. He was a hell of an NXT North American champion. He should have been NXT champion. I believe Alex Cole was champion when he left. I know Alex Cole won the North American title from.
Yeah, because him and Adam had a nice feud. I remember that was the.
I said Alex. I'm sorry, Adam Cole.
Alex Cole coming to Diamond Championship Wrestling.
Yo, first off, he's in AEW. It's copyright. Fuck y'all.
He did the moonsault. I remember the springboard moonsault that Adam caught him with the super kick. Remember that?
Alex Cole is Michael Cole's nephew, the person he was supposed to be.
I got you. That you know what's crazy? That was supposed to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were thinking about making him like, oh, let's make him related to Michael Cole.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I think, especially the way they brought up Ricochet, because remember, it was a part of the tag team.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they paired him and Aleister Black or Malachi Black together, and it was like, it worked for NXT, but why is that the way you bring him up to the main roster?
Yeah, and they
It was
never
just
won
so
the tag
weird.
team titles. They never won the
No.
tag team titles. They never did nothing. And it kind of fucked up both of their momentum because they're both individually unique.
Mhm.
And you couldn't show their uniqueness in the tag team because they also had to be cohesive.
Yep.
So they sacrificed their uniqueness for their cohesiveness. And it kind of like never really got them hot.
I just felt like you have, again, two individuals that you decide, well, let's just pair them to, I guess, hey, we have a spot, but you did nothing with it. It was just like, where are we going with this? And it worked in NXT because it was like, cool. There's more things you could do with them. But once you got to the main roster, it's like, now what?
Yeah, and you can tell that at one point Ricochet was like, if this is all you're gonna do with me, then this is what I'm just gonna do this. He was I'm not gonna say he wasn't trying, but he got by. Because you can see his work in NXT and his work on the main roster. It was like night and day. And even like his last thing that happened on Raw. The biggest thing that he did was celebrate after he hit Braun Breaker with that clothesline before he speared Dragunov. Then he got destroyed. But in all my opinion about this situation is, it sucks to see him go because we want to see our favorite wrestlers backed by the machine, which is WWE. The problem is the machine that is WWE doesn't back our favorite wrestlers. You have to know how to make it without the machine backing you, because that's the only way that you're going to have some kind of career in the WWE, at least. Because you think about it, Roddy Piper was one of the most popular wrestlers before he went to WWE, carried over, became a popular wrestler. Same with Jake the Snake, same with Ric Flair when he got here. But Mr. Perfect was the Intercontinental Champion. They could have did a lot more with him, but they decided he's just going to be the Intercontinental Champion and he's going to test the next guys up. Mr. Perfect was never backed by the machine.
No.
Ravish and Rick Rude were never backed by the machine. They were stepping stools for the next guys that they wanted up. They were the test, right?
Yeah.
But the way they performed, and the way that they stood at the top of the rung on the ladder, they had no choice to be They had no choice to be where they were.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I feel like they though were two guys that were still able to step out of that spot.
But see what I'm saying is, they had to find a way to be at the top of the ladder for themselves. Where Ultimate Warrior was pushed by the machine to the top.
Yeah, which also showed sometimes.
Yeah, it's
even if the machine is pushing you, it might not work.
Yeah, but this is like Macho Man as opposed to Hogan. Macho Man showed he was the best guy.
Yeah.
In the company, and this is backed by the fact that every time Hogan wasn't the champion, Macho Man was the champion or in the picture.
Yeah.
When Hogan lost the title to Andre the Giant and they vacated the title, Macho Man won the title. When Hogan lost the title to Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man was the guy that Ultimate Warrior was feuding with. He may not have wrestled him yet, but that was the guy he was feuding with.
Yeah.
And then, fast forward, Sergeant Slaughter had the title. Ric Flair wins the championship. Macho Man's the guy that wins the title from Ric Flair.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even in WCW, Macho Man goes to WCW, he's the world champion. If it ain't him, it's Hogan. Macho Man proved that he was the equivalent to the star power of Hogan without the machine.
Yeah. Because he had that natural ability. He had ability, he had the charisma, he had a presence that it's like, it's undeniable, you know?
Yeah,
and that's what sometimes you need. And again, even if you have just the ability, because that is the thing too that people forget, you could have the work ethic. There's the thing of, if you're able to be an in-ring guy that it's like, it's undeniable, it's like, there's no way not to.
Yeah. And
like, there's no way not to give you something. Because I look at it like Kurt wasn't given the machine instantly.
No.
They tried it, they teased it, but then it's like, you don't have the charisma yet.
And then he said, "Oh yeah, watch this."
Yeah,
because some people can't thrive in the machine.
Yeah,
the machine is you do this and we'll push you. People like Hogan and John Cena do this and we'll push you to the moon. Okay. Everything else they handled.
Yeah.
Roman, bro, I'm more than just this. This ain't gonna work for me. I'm not this guy. I'm head of the bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, and Roman, that showed you that even with the machine, it's like, you know what? I have to take this risk.
Yeah.
Because if not, it cool, it works. You're giving me this, you're giving me this, you're giving me the spotlight. But sometimes the spotlight isn't enough. It's sometimes I need to do something that, even if this is the way we're going, I need to take that risk so we can go even higher than that.
See, now Roman is a true example of why Ricochet should have left the last time he had a chance to leave. Because Long Island IC.
Yep.
Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Off of his YouTube page, became bigger than the machine.
Yeah. To the point that the machine was like, we're going to take this away.
Yeah. They gave him the Intercontinental title for us.
Yep.
And then they shut him down. They shut him down as quickly as possible, and they said, look, it didn't work. Drew McIntyre, they gave him the machine, and we didn't accept him, so they shut him down.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal, he had nothing. He came back in tip-top shape for the machine, and they still pushed him. Now, all these guys left, and they came back.
Yep.
Undeniable, like, ready for the machine.
Yep.
See, CM Punk is another one that was bigger than the machine. When he came in, he was a fan favorite. Everyone loved CM Punk. He did whatever he wanted. People attached themselves to CM Punk.
Yep.
He was too big for it because the machine was, let's give it to Cena. Yeah. So what happened? He dropped the pipe bomb. Yep. They were going to do the same shit to him as they did Matt Cardona. We'll give you the title because the fans want it, but we're going to shut you down. CM Punk was on some, fuck that, I'm leaving. And because he left, it made people want him even more.
Yeah. And
because he became desirable. He became that one guy that was, out of 1 million people, if you gave him this option, 99% of them would say, yeah, I'm taking it. He's the 1% that said, you know what, this not worth it. Yeah. And he left.
Yeah.
Now that he's back, he's bigger than the machine still, but they're using it to their advantage now.
Yeah, now they're using
got that shit tamed. They saw what AEW did, and they said, no. Guess what? You're going to come in here, and you're going to break records for us. You got hurt, beautiful. Come here and break records for us. We got a little spot for you over here. Cody's our machine. They figured out we can make money off of this guy, but Cody's the guy that we're pushing with the machine.
Yeah.
Because it's dangerous to have someone that's not in the machine be the face of your company. Because that shows that you can do it on your own. And you can't have the machine if they can do it on their own.
Yeah.
See, now Ricochet he just turned out to be that guy that, go there and make people look good. He was Ric Flair. He was Mr. Perfect. He was Ravishing Rick Rude. He was Honky Tonk Man. He was all those people. Go out there and make people look good. He made people look good, but he looked better.
Yeah. And that's what they wanted. They wanted, like...
Yeah, but the thing is, his charisma in NXT, in New Japan, was to 1,000. On the main roster, you could tell it was like, I'm just gonna fucking do this because where am I going? They give him something and it's gone. They gave him the Speed Championship. To me, the Speed Championship is a spit in the face. At least the 24/7 Championship got shown on TV.
Like the Speed thing, it was like, I understood the concept, but it's like at the same time, it's like, why is this something that it feels like you're giving them 3 minutes? And that's something this dude is, I know, again, as much hate as he gets.
We
but
will
hey,
later, Hassan.
Yeah, we are gonna talk about that. AJ Francis talked about it on her podcast recently. They gave him and Ricochet 3 minutes. They're like, hey, here's 3 minutes, and we need you to look dominant, and we need Ricochet to go over. And it's like, here's 3 minutes. And they're like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, we need you to do this. We got 3 minutes. And it's like, how do you give you're setting someone up to fail?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it's the issue of, like, again, it's guys like that we talked about it earlier, that we were talking about. Ricochet's proven more and time again. He has that. He has what it needs. Because this was something I saw so much on social media the last few days. Oh, people were talking about they wasted Ricochet. They did this with Ricochet. They did this with Ricochet. And it's like, yeah, but he can't talk. I'm like, have you heard him talk? Have they given him the mic to be able to talk? Have they give? Because that's
this is
the
most
first
I've
thing.
ever heard him talk. Once he said, "I'm not re-signing," that's the most I ever heard him speak.
No, but the thing is, that's what people go to, because they're like, oh, but what about his promo? It's like, have they given him a shot? Because that's what a lot of guys ask for. It's like, yo, give me a shot to cut a promo, and I will be able to sell you. I'll be able to sell myself, you know? And people are quick to be like, oh, but they can't cut a promo. It's just because you haven't heard it doesn't mean they can't do it. Don't get me wrong. There are some people, unfortunately, that just can't cut a promo. We've heard it. We've seen it. There's a lot of people that don't know how to sell themselves. They don't know how to sell a match. But the issue is, when you don't get the chance to, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Like, look at Austin Aries. Austin Aries' time in WWE, they barely gave him a mic.
Mm-hmm.
And we know more than ever, Austin Aries can cut a fucking promo.
Yeah.
But you would never know that. If you're a new fan watching Austin Aries, you're like, oh man, this guy can't talk for shit. Because they don't give him a promo. They don't give him time. But come on, man. Like, it's allowing someone to fly, but you're cutting their wings before they even have a chance.
And the thing is, the WWE allows you, when you first come in, to present yourself.
Yep.
And then shortly after time, based off of how they can use you, they paint a picture of you. Right? Now, everyone saw Miro as Rusev.
Yep.
And when he didn't come to AEW as Rusev, they're like, oh, this guy sucks. This guy, he can't cut a promo. He did blah, blah, blah. He can't do this. He can't do that. But the thing was, WWE painted a picture that this guy was the Bulgarian brute. He was this. He was that. He doesn't need to speak. He's someone that needs Lana. They painted that picture, and the fans buy it. And the fans live by this rule that someone else painted this picture.
Yep.
But when he found himself, when he found the character he wanted to be in AEW, all of a sudden, oh, Miro's the best.
Yeah.
Miro's the only reason why I watch AEW. The promos he cuts is crazy. WWE is stupid for letting him go. You know, and it's all judged by WWE and shit.
Yeah. That's a quick thing.
I don't know. I don't know about you, but
yeah,
Bryan Danielson doesn't cut a promo typical of the WWE. He doesn't cut promos, to be honest with you. He just yells that I'm gonna kick your ass. And people like that. Yeah. And I'm not judging it. But he also goes, what I do in this ring is gonna show you why I'm better than you.
Yep.
And they allow him to say that. Ricochet can turn to literally anyone and go, while I'm in this ring, you can't hold a candle to me. He said it to Logan Paul, and the travesty was they tried to have Logan Paul keep up with him, and they couldn't. No matter what y'all say about that man, he can't keep up with Ricochet. You can be as athletic as you want.
Yep.
But with the amount of years that Ricochet's been doing this, there's no way somebody with the little bit of experience Logan Paul has will keep up with Ricochet.
No,
Ricochet has to be in first gear while Logan has to be in fourth for him to keep up. And I say that with all respect. to the performance.
Yeah. No. And that is...
It's like if LeBron and me were playing basketball and I have a decent shot. LeBron is going to play on one and I'm going to be playing my heart out. And he's going to be like, damn, for someone who can't play basketball, you're pretty good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, come on, player. I haven't even broken a sweat yet. Like, I haven't even put a skill on the ball yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's the setup of like, hey, you have to almost not undermine your ability, but it's like, hey, make it look believable, And again, it's still in a sense, and I know for some it's like they're not wanting to see that, but when you're able to make the match still work, it's a show to yourself, It shows, but that's how good you are because you're able to make the match still work.
You see, now the problem with that is, what's going on, Liam?
Yeah, what's going on?
For fans like us, that analyze the game and see the actual story that's being said and sees the art. Yeah, we see that. Yeah. But for regular fans,
I know. Yeah,
they're painting the picture. Ricochet is a loser, and he's always gonna be one until he's able to talk. Because the minute someone does that pipe bomb, they are superstars now. Yeah.
And the minute they start getting wins.
And think about it. Think about this, right? Bobby Lashley was with Leo Rush. Yep. He was Leo Rush. He becomes the United States champion. Yep. He loses Leo Rush. He's off TV. He comes back with MVP. He's the United States champion for a little while and then becomes the world champion. Yep. He loses MVP. Now he's nowhere to be found. I'm paraphrasing the actual history. There's a little bit more to that, but there's nowhere to be found. Why? Because people think Bobby Lashley can't cut a promo. Maybe Bobby Lashley's not the type of person to fuck a white girl that's married while he has a loving wife at home. Maybe Bobby Lashley's not the type of guy to sit here and get two guys that are already over more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's the guy that comes in and kicks your fucking ass. Because you notice when he was just the guy that came in and kicked your fucking ass, he did pretty fucking good. He became world champion. Yeah. I don't know. This promo shit is, to me, it's too goddamn important. This promo shit is too fucking important. Because Bobby the Brain Heenan didn't wrestle when he was in the Heenan family. Paul Heyman does not wrestle with the bloodline. Selena Vega wasn't a wrestler when she was with Andrade. Lana wasn't a wrestler when she was with Rusev. Armando Alejandro Estrada was not a wrestler when he was with Umaga. Yeah. But they all can speak because they're all managers. Yep. That's their job. Yep. That's like a football player going, well, you can't negotiate. No shit, that's why he got an agent. He's here to play the game. If the agent can run as fast as this nigga, you wouldn't need the football player.
Yeah, it's like that's
just why people have jobs here. We're living in the era where shit got lazy. The WWE, AEW, UFC, Bellator, One Fighting Championship, such and such and such and such forward is the promotion. They are there to promote the wrestlers. Now, with the wrestlers putting on a show, that helps. But Vin Diesel doesn't come out of pocket to make commercials for Fast and the Furious. Fox or whatever the fuck company that promotes the fucking movie, they do that.
Yeah, they're the ones that are...
Vin Diesel gets paid to fucking act in it.
Yep.
He answers questions about it when he goes on tour. But the commercials, the promotion, and all that other shit, that the posters and all that gets paid for by the fucking... the companies, the people the producers,
the marketing, all that. Yeah, they have a marketing team.
They're producing that. They're promoting that.
Yeah,
it's almost like now. Well, if you can't promote yourself in my promotion, well then you shouldn't be here. What is he supposed to do? He's a wrestler. We watch wrestling. I know it's like a telenovela, but what do you want from Ricochet? Yeah, you want him to cry? Or do you want him to get his ass whooped every time somebody mentions that he's in a relationship with Samantha Irving? Because that's what I'm seeing now. From a man that does incredible shit, He's not being shown as nothing. And we're in the Triple H era, the Paul Levesque era, and it's the same thing. Just because he's on TV more doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Braun Breaker's been on TV for 3 weeks now? And all of a sudden, Billy Ray got a fucking idea to make him even more bigger. And now they want him to be the next guy to face Brock Lesnar and this, that, and the third. You painted the picture that Braun Breaker, who hasn't cut a promo since he's been there, as the next unstoppable guy. But Ricochet can't be a top contender for any kind of title. Ricochet has to make Dragunov look good. Come on. And then they said there was only enough budget for Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. You did nothing with Cedric Alexander also, who's just as equally as good as Ricochet.
Yep.
And in my opinion, when you gave him the 4 minutes to fucking cut that promo that he kept repeating himself, that's the only thing he could have did. What do you want from him? He cuts him a crazy ass promo, and now we're calling him Ricky Starks. Oh, he cut a good promo that one time. Where's he at now? We don't know, but that one promo, he should have been champion.
Yeah.
What? Come on, bro. Who did he wrestle? Kota Ibushi? In the Cruiserweight Classic? Cedric Alexander?
Yeah, it was him and Kota.
Yo, as soon as that match ended, they said sign Cedric. They signed Cedric, not because of the promo that he cut during the match, but because of the match, they signed him.
Yeah, the in-ring ability and all
Yeah,
that is the thing, that it's the art of promo. Yes, it's important. Promos are important. The problem is you have to also have that in-ring ability. And when guys like that can really showcase that, and you have something, work around it. There are a bunch of people that have great work ethic, and you see it. And again, there are unfortunate scenarios where it might have ruined the person. Like Dean Malenko, for example. Dean Malenko, to me, is truly someone that is a master of his craft. Is someone that is a true just mat technician. Fortunately, his promo was not there.
But this is the one few time you'll ever hear me compliment Mike Tenay.
Yeah.
In WCW, Dean Malenko was the Cruiserweight champion. I believe the TV champion.
Yep.
And he didn't speak, but the people who had mics on the entire event spoke for him. Mike Tenay, giving the background of his abilities, the naming of the moves, the giving him the man of 1,000 holes, giving that validity.
Yep.
With Bobby the Brain Heenan showing how serious Dean Malenko was. Tony Schiavone showing the gravity of the story of what's happening in the match. Those are the guys that are painting the picture of the wrestler. I don't know about you, but hearing jokes and other shit while a match is happening doesn't excite me. But hearing about the match and the wrestlers excites me. The Legends of Wrestling game for Xbox, when they had the commentary, and they used to tell the story about Mil Mascaras and what that means, the man of 1,000 masks, and how he never wore the same mask twice, and how he was in the Royal Rumble and all this other shit. And at one point he wrestled such and such in a mask versus hair match, and he won, and he's undefeated in a mask match. Hearing that is like, oh shit, this guy is good.
Yeah.
It makes you want to invest more with him.
That's what commentary is supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to set the tone. You're supposed to be almost the... I look at it this is why I always say I don't commentate, I narrate. Because it's supposed to narrate the match. You're supposed to add to it. You're supposed to add the background. Like, it's supposed to be like, you know how with movies, you have the amazing soundtrack, you know? And you have that music. You have the score. The score is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to add to it. Add the amazing score where it fills in the scene, you know? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do something where it doesn't take away. It's supposed to enhance. And as your job as a commentator, is supposed to be that. And I feel like sometimes, and again, I'm not saying I'm perfect at my job as a commentator, but I never try to take away from a match. Any match you hear me call, my sole purpose is trying to make sure I'm giving you the perspective of what's happening in that ring. And if you don't know what's going on, I'm trying to fill you in as best as possible. So that way it doesn't just look good for the performers, but looks good for the promotion, because that's what you want. You want to be able to tell that. So if someone is tuning in right now and has never seen your promotion or possibly the two performers in the ring, they're caught up. If there's a story behind it, you're caught up. And that's what great commentary is supposed to do. You're supposed to do something where you're able to tell that. You're supposed to be able to make it look like, again, Dean Malenko, who cannot possibly do it sometimes on his own. Boom. Now you have that backstory where his in-ring is now giving it to you. Now you have the combination of both of it's being told to you and you're able to see it.
Yeah.
And with Ricochet, it was easy. Ricochet, there's not much you have to say. His in-ring fucking showed it. Look at what Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, what they were doing when they were teasing the Prince Puma stuff. And people knew it clicked. And it worked. And there was things they could build off that, but again, it was the start and stop scenario, which I feel like it's the trap that they fall in with a lot of people. That it's like you book yourselves in a corner that it's like you start and stop, you start and stop, and you start and stop. And it's like they did even with Dragunov. Dragunov's another one. That I was like, okay, you have this feud with Ricochet, and then now we're gonna feed you both to Braun.
Yeah.
And now you're in the corner of like, fuck, we wanted to do something big with Dragunov. We had that big debut that I was like, oh shit, Dragunov's coming to the main roster. He gets drafted. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll get that eventual feud with Gunther. And then now we're going to feed you to Braun Breaker because now we want to do something with Braun.
Yep. And now Braun looks more important than Dragunov when Dragunov was the most recent NXT champion outside of Trick Williams.
Yeah. Which again, I get that, but it's like there's a way to be able to build up without having to hurt. And the issue is
they don't do that anymore in WWE.
And that's you must hurt.
You must hurt other people to be built up. And that's one thing Triple H learned in DX.
Yeah.
You have to shut other people down in order for you to build up. Because apparently the rising water does not rise all boats. The rising tide does not rise all boats in the WWE, because once someone's tide starts to rise, they are put on the TV as much as possible. And that goes with Seth Rollins, now with Drew McIntyre. Look at this. Jey Uso became a star, and he's barely on TV anymore.
Yep.
Barely on TV anymore. This whole start and stop shit, it ain't working with Jey Uso because it gave him an opportunity to show himself. He took advantage of what happened with Roman, and he showed himself. He reinvented himself, and it's working. People gravitated to it, and he keeps losing. But the thing is, people still believe in him because of what happened with the bloodline. We can't do that with Ricochet because he keeps losing to people that aren't important. He's gonna lose to Bronson Reed, so Bronson Reed can lose to Sami Zayn. He's gonna lose to Dragunov, so Dragunov can lose to Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna lose to this guy, so this guy can lose to this guy, and then he's gonna win a title that he's gonna win a title that means nothing, and then while he's the champion, still gonna lose. How do you sit there and back that as someone who is not as invested in him as people that followed his career?
Yeah,
because that's the issue. A lot of these fans are not invested in outside of WWE careers.
Yeah, and that's a big issue because it's like you now put yourself in that scenario where it's like they don't know anything but this. All they've seen is this. You know, and it's like with us, we know Prince Puma, we know what Ricochet did on the independents. We know what Ricochet did in Japan. We know what Ricochet did in companies like PWG. We were talking about this earlier, that it's like when they talk about the lack of this and lack of that, it's like, but he's shown this before. The issue is when you're someone that possibly only watches the WWE product, you don't know this.
Yeah, and they don't paint a picture like if that outside career was important. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people that don't know, like my pops, he hates Shinsuke Nakamura. He thinks Shinsuke Nakamura sucks. He doesn't know anything outside of New Japan, and he's WWE. He's a WWE guy. He's like, look, this guy keeps losing. He keeps losing all these matches. They put him in this shit, and he lost to this guy. He lost to that guy. He lost to this guy. And I'm pretty sure most of the WWE is just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Shinsuke Nakamura was the king of hardstyle. He was one of the best wrestlers. He's the reason why the Intercontinental title in New Japan became the main event in Wrestle Kingdom. And this is all legacy. This is all shit that he built his legacy off of. And then he comes here and they tarnish the legacy to someone who doesn't know him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like Ichiro had to reprove himself when he came to the United States and MLB. But he was a legend in Japan playing baseball. And a lot of these guys have to reprove themselves, and it's like they're already past their prime. They can't reprove themselves. You're gonna have to paint the picture that this guy is the guy and let him be the guy. So, AJ Styles, he walked in, people cheered him, but ever since then he was the guy.
Yeah,
they painted that picture. He fought John Cena. He fought Roman Reigns. He's the guy. He was what Ric Flair should have been when Ric Flair came in '92.
Yeah. Well, at least but also AJ came in. It was a lot easier when AJ came in because he wasn't coming in with the mentality. But with AJ, it was so easy. You saw that reaction. They did it so well that they painted the picture because they made it big match feel. They made it big match feel, which is crazy when you watch the doc and AJ's like, I even joked around. I was like, hey, let me be number 2. Imagine that pop. How crazy that would have been. Because 3 was already like, holy shit. Imagine number 1 was Roman, right?
I think so.
And then imagine if it's like, and the entrant that drew number 2, and you play that. Imagine that just off the jump. AJ fucking Styles. But again, even three, that pop. And it's crazy because it's AJ Styles saying, I hope they remember me.
Yeah.
Like, I hope someone pops. But that showed sometimes, again, depending on the person, that there's going to be something that resonates. Because there are, again, as we said, there are some WWE fan base that might just know WWE. But there is going to be WWE fan base that are wrestling fans that are going to know the New Japan. They're going to know TNA. They're going to know, for now, AEW. And they're going to know these guys that it's like, holy shit, this is huge. Like with NXT, that's what they're banking on with the TNA stuff. That it's like, holy shit, Jordan Gray showing up. Holy shit, Ash by Elegance, but Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Which
she looks completely different. Like
she
did shit on her face. She had to got her face done.
Yeah, but it was just, that was the funniest line watching the pay-per-view on Sunday and hearing Vic Joseph, oh, it's Dana Elegant. It's like, you know what? That's a great mistake, but it's like, that's what you want. Because it's organic. Because it's like, yeah, she was Dana Brooke here. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that is something that's like, cool, that works. Because now you remind the audience, hey, remember who this was here? She's now in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
And now you could work off that it's like, it piques that interest. And then with more people, possibly, if the rumors are true for that Battle Royal on Tuesday or Rumble they're doing on Tuesday, there's possibilities of more people from TNA showing up. Matt Hardy tease possibly making that appearance. A guy like Joe Hendry that everyone wants to show up. Because that's the thing. I think what they're doing Tuesday is it's Rumble style because they're going to do entrances. And people are like, they would love for the pop of Joe Hendry's theme, because that he was able to get his theme on Apple and Spotify and all that, and he was able to get it to chart. So that was like the big thing. He got his thing. I think it was on iTunes. It was like top 6.
Shit.
Beating like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, all that. And they were hoping, for some reason, like the big thing, like the meme of it was him showing up to help Cody Rhodes. But imagine the reaction that they will get on Tuesday if they're fighting. It's hey, this is the contenders match to determine the next challenger for Trick Williams, and all you hear is say his name and he appears, and fucking Joe Hendry shows up. Again, wrestling fans will pop.
Yeah.
Possibly WWE fans will be like,
they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who's this guy?
And
why am I clapping them?
Yeah, and
like,
it makes like intrigue.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the downfall.
Yeah.
Now, the Gorillas of Destiny, they debut, and we're like, who are these guys? Oh, we know who they are, right? We're expecting big things happening from, and then they lose. They get their ass kicked. They're not what they like in their wrestling match. They're not what they perceived when they debuted.
Yeah.
But then Solo debuted the same way, but he's from NXT. Now we make him look tough. He's the enforcer of the bloodline. He's the guy that when Roman says jump, he says, how far do I throw this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? He's the guy that Roman's calling to fuck people up. But the Gorillas of Destiny, they're legitimately the guys that you call to fuck people up.
Yeah.
In New Japan, they're the legitimate tough guys.
There's a reason why they're the fucking Gorillas of Destiny. Like,
you know
they
what I'm
are.
saying? Like,
it's guerrilla warfare. Like,
their father bit off homeboy's face. He kept eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't that be something that you promote?
Yeah.
Like, you see Paul Heyman is afraid of Solo and the Gorillas of Destiny. Yeah. Why is no one else feeding into this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that
like, come on, throw
like
that.
That should be something where Michael Cole goes, yo, why is Paul Heyman so afraid of these guys? And Corey Graves goes, these guys are the Gorillas of Destiny from New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you don't know who they are, you might as well go look them up. But I can tell you right now, they're not ones to be played with. Yep. They were in such and such, such and such, such and such. They did this, and this. And these guys hurt people. You can even make a thing like they're not in New Japan anymore because they hurt too many people.
Yep. And you can even throw that, like, again, throw in their father is Haku. That alone tells you a lot. Them being Tongan, what that means. Not saying too many things that possibly will offend, because I know a lot of people are throwing the savage term. It's like, hey, let's not be rude. But there's ways to set this up. And then now with the rumor mill of their brother coming, their big little brother, Hikuleo. Because they even, I think someone brought it up. WB put out the trademark already. So it was already found for the name change for Hikuleo. So imagine that you're adding now another element, something you could sell, that it's like, and they're growing more and more. The team is multiplying.
Think about this shit. We got a crew from Solo who was supposed to be the successor. Yeah. These two guys come in and they're bad motherfuckers. Then their brother comes in who's even more badass than them two. Yep. Now you have to start thinking, does Solo know who he's fucking with, or is Solo better than these niggas? And then let's say they turn on Solo. Well, who's better than Solo? Roman Reigns. Who's the guy that you get to kick the shit out of you when that guy's big brother beat the shit out of you? Your big brother. You know what I'm saying? So now this is where you have to paint that picture. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's a stretch to paint that picture based off of what they're showing us. Yeah. We do it in our heads because we romanticize wrestling. Yeah. We make this feel the way we want to, but they're not showing that.
Yeah. We try to fill in the gaps, and it's like it's easier for us to do it because of watching everything we do and seeing what we do. But it's like it shouldn't have to be that. we shouldn't have to fill in the gaps. It should be one of those where it's like we watch and they tell it for us, and we're just watching. All we have to do is sit back and watch. Or like the saying goes that I know so many people hate, just trust the process and let it happen. And when it's done correctly, that's all you have to do because you see it. You just tune in and boom, it happens. Sunday was one of those that it's like, you know what? All you had to do was sit down and watch.
Yeah.
And NXT did well. NXT set up things that it's like, cool, this is what I want to see. You know who actually does that pretty well? TNA has been doing that really well right now. That's like all you have to do. Sit down, watch. If you hopefully can watch, because unfortunately,
I can't watch it yet.
Yeah, it's like I would love to watch TNA weekly because they actually, from what it looks like, it's an actual it's a consumable product right now. That it's like, yo, this is interesting to see. Like the promos they're putting out, the vignettes they're putting out, the match quality. It's like, yo, I want to see what's going on. Like they have a pay-per-view Saturday. They have one Saturday night in Chicago, and looks like a dope card. The problem is if you don't have the channel, it's like, I would love to know how we got here.
Yeah.
But we don't get TNA. And that is the only issue. But with products that we do get, it's like I would love it to be able to be as easy to just be like, we don't have to fill in the gaps for ourselves, you know?
Yeah. See, now the crazy shit is with AEW, you can watch just the pay-per-views and be caught up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most of the time the shit they do needs to be in a video package form because it's so few and far between. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole Adam Cole and MJF storyline, like that was every week, but it's almost like we're more of what are y'all doing than we see what's happening. And then when it gets to, it's like, okay, cool, we caught up with the video. Now let's watch the match because we're putting all our faith in the match.
Yeah. And
you know, and with Swerve, that was Samoa Joe carrying Swerve and cowboy shit, because I swear to God, for the life of me, I cannot never remember this motherfucker's name.
Hangman Page.
When it comes down to me talking about this, yo, he must be a witch, and he must have been like, yo, I don't want this nigga mentioning me by name. And that's why I can never say his name, and I have to call him cowboy shit. But yo, it's like Samoa Joe was the reason why this match seemed appealing, because these guys wrestled each other to the death. One of them died and came back to life, and now they're still wrestling each other. That feud should have ended there.
No.
But Samoa Joe now is the factor.
No.
And then they did something that was cool, but we had to romanticize about that outcome in the triple threat match. Like that was did he do that because he legitimately tapped him out, or did he tap out because he didn't want Swerve to win? We never know now because he got hurt. But now Swerve wins the title, and we need to see a video package of his next opponent because I don't know what's happening. He's not a main character on the show anymore.
No.
You know, Mercedes Moné came out and spoke, but that was held mostly by Willow. You know, and now what's happening with that? We don't know. But when the pay-per-view comes out, we'll watch the video and we'll fill in the blanks. They'll talk. I swear to God, they make video packages just for the match to fill in the blanks. It's like, when did they explain this? They did that one of the weeks ago. Oh, okay, cool. But nah, this has to be, they filmed this shit today and they put that in the video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And with them, and this is the issue that we have with this product does this well, product does this well. We need a uniform product.
Yeah.
Because the thing with AEW is they promote well. They know how to market well. They do this. No, the opposite. They do amazing matches. But it's like now it feels like all it is thrown together sometimes.
Yeah. So Loki, they have stories to their matches. Now, a story is easy to come up with on the spot. They don't have stories in their matches. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it is this new era of wrestling where it's spot after spot after spot after spot. I want so many moments to be memorable in this match, but I don't want people to remember that Roman Reigns grabbed Jimmy Uso and put him in a Kimura, and Jay quit because he was saving his brother. No one remembers the move that Will Ospreay did 6 moves before he won the match against Bryan Danielson, but I will never forget that Roman Reigns had a resort to putting Jimmy in a front face lock, the chokehold, to get Jimmy to fucking quit. Never forget that. I will never forget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love you. Super kick.
Yep.
I will never forget Stone Cold Steve Austin's face in the sharpshooter. Blood coming down his fucking face. I don't know what the fuck Will Ospreay and Pac did. I know they had I can tell you they had a crazy match, but I don't know what the fuck they did.
Yeah.
But I remember Toshima, hero, the Asian guy that fought Will Ospreay, Tanahashi. I only remember that he tried to kill Will Ospreay because they fucked up that turnbuckle brainbuster.
Oh no! That was Takeshita.
Takeshita. There you go. See, but that's only because they fucked up, and I thought Will Ospreay died. But you see, this is the difference with the story in the match and the story of the match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's those little things that it's like, it's the moments, it's the things that it's like, that's what makes this memorable. That's what makes this where now we're having the conversation. We're able to talk about this being big. You know,
just to pick your brain a little bit or to spark some thought.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker was, I'm going to throw a number out there. Let's say 30, 40 minutes. The first time they wrestled at WrestleMania. Yeah. Ron Simmons won the title against Vader, I think, in 5 minutes. It was a short match. But no one will ever forget that power slam into the pin. That match was not long. Vader versus Ron Simmons was a short match. That match is almost...
Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, because it's give or take, I think I want to say it's like 7 minutes. If that.
Yeah, it was a short match.
Holy shit.
And the majority of it was that power slam. And
that's a memorable moment because it's like, holy shit.
Because of the story of it.
One, him picking him up and being able to hit that move.
Yeah.
And then seeing the 1, 2, 3, you have your first African-American world champion.
And the way that Ron Simmons reacted, the way that Vader reacted, the way that everyone reacted. All right, Gigi. Gigi's going to be on soon.
All good.
It wasn't finally we have an African-American champion. It was, holy shit, someone dominated Vader.
Oh, yeah.
And he just so happened to be African-American.
Yeah. Well, when we talk about it now, that's what also makes it such a monumental moment. But in the moment, it's like, holy shit, someone beat Vader. Holy shit, Ron Simmons was able to pin him. Holy shit, he got him up for the power slam.
Because it wasn't treated as black versus white. It was treated as wrestler versus wrestler.
Yeah.
And that moment where you let history tell itself, you let that moment transcend itself, because we know how more powerful it was for the moment of Ron Simmons winning that championship. We know, we know.
Well, now especially
how important that was.
Yeah, years later, now it's like it's such a talked about moment. It's a moment where you talk to a lot of people, and it's like those are the moments that inspire so many people. You know?
Look at this. As much as you want to call, as much as Vince is going through his shit.
Yeah.
No matter what was going through his shit. The storyline of Vince basically going, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're good enough to be champion, to Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Wasn't, I think, because you're black, you can't be champion. It was, you've been here for so long and you never did it. I don't think you're ready. You don't deserve this.
Yep.
And then he fought. He deserved it after deserve it after deserve it after deserve it. And he wins the title. At that moment, it wasn't a black man being the WWE champion. It was at that moment a journeyman, a man that carried this company on his back for so long, finally broke through.
Yep.
And for the African American community, for the minorities in this world, it showed sometimes perseverance pays off.
Yeah, no, and that's the big thing of it. That it was like you got to see someone that it's almost like it's like we said how they paint it. It was like they never painted Kofi to be able to get there, you know. And we know the talent. We know he could do that and so much more. But they didn't paint that. It was like, oh, Kofi Kingston, yeah, he's a good body, it's a good hand. And it's like seeing it finally, because there was so many moments of like, oh, can they do it? Will they do it? And just that story of like wanting to see it, wanting it to be Kofi Mania.
Yeah.
Knowing that, hey, a guy like Bryan Danielson did it years before. Because again, Bryan was another one. Bryan, as much as we knew what Bryan Danielson could do. Daniel Bryan was not painted that way. Daniel Bryan was not painted as the guy that could be the WrestleMania main eventer.
Yeah.
The last time Daniel Bryan was at WrestleMania, he lost in what, 15 seconds?
Yeah, to Sheamus.
And it wasn't even on the main show.
No, it was the first match of the show.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was for the world title.
Because I remember on the network cut, like legit, it's almost like pre-show happens, and before he even does the warning, do not copy this shit. The match is already done.
Yeah, no, that's how fast the match was.
Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that it's like that happens.
Yeah.
So that it's another reason that it's like, hey, they did it here, and we see this, and it's like, boom, we get another amazing moment.
Yo, another amazing moment. WrestleMania 21. No. Was it 24? Rey Mysterio winning the winning the
22.
World Championship. 22.
WrestleMania 22. Trust me, I know just because that was legit the
that was
first
the year after
time.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah,
but
that was the first time I legit was like, no, I need to watch WrestleMania live. Like I stood up to watch that whole fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah,
because that was a moment where again, it's a guy that it's legit. It was the story of the biggest little underdog. Like no one believed Rey Mysterio could be world champion. One, he wins WrestleMania. Boom, he gets the moment. He then loses the he wins the Royal Rumble. He gets his WrestleMania match, loses it, and then able to just climb his way back into it. And then wins against two fucking amazing competitors. Because this is Randy Orton at his prime. It's Randy Orton, the guy that they're like, yo, this is the legend killer. This is the guy. They know Randy's gonna be that guy. And then you got Kurt fucking Angle, who's in that peak of fucking Kurt Angle's a machine.
Kurt Angle has to be tied for some of the perfect wrestlers.
Yeah, man. Kurt Angle's a beast. No matter what you look at it. Again, I know it's Kurt Angle, especially that fucking era of Angle that he fucking, bro, he was untouchable at that point.
Word. And and the thing about these moments that we're talking about, everyone attaches themselves to a team, to a player, to a wrestler, to a boxer, to something. And they're fans of this guy because they see themselves in him, or they see the accomplishment of him, and they live vicariously through them because they don't think they can make it. And we're connected. And Rey Mysterio, Bryan Danielson, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Ron Simmons, Hogan, Macho Man. They win the title. That shows you anything is possible.
Yep.
And the most powerful message that you can deliver is that anything is possible. And to tie it back to the original conversation, it don't seem like anything is possible with Ricochet. And with what we see, not what's happening in the back, but what we see on TV, for him to step away and go, I need the impossible to happen for me. I need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you can't change a relationship unless you change yourself.
Yeah.
And the WWE ain't gonna change what they're doing with Ricochet. It's working for them.
Yeah.
If it's not working for Ricochet, he gotta go. And I'm not gonna be mad at him if he stays, if he goes, if he does whatever he needs to do. That's on him. That's his decision.
Yeah.
But as someone who knows he has more to offer than what they've been showing, bro, I'll be happy to watch you wherever the fuck you go.
Yeah, man. Again, I just hope whatever happens, it showcase. It gets to we get to see Ricochet. That's all I hope. I hope if it stays in WWE, if it's staying in WWE, then I hope WWE does well for him. I hope we get a great feud with him and Braun, and it showcases Ricochet in a way that we should be seeing Ricochet. If it's going somewhere else, then again, I hope it's an awesome run. Like I said it earlier. If he leaves, cool. I hope he gets a fucking awesome run on the Indies. We'll get some amazing matches because Ricochet could be doing the same thing Mustafa Ali is doing right now.
Yeah.
Wrestling everywhere and killing it. Having amazing dream matches. There's so many matches we can get right now with Ricochet. Imagine Ricochet versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Ricochet versus Gringo Loco. Ricochet versus Mustafa Ali with no strings attached now. There's no one telling them what they have to do.
Ricochet versus Darius Carter.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Ricochet, there's so much they could do. And I know the match everyone wants to see. Reason they're hoping he goes to AEW. Ricochet versus Ospreay one more time.
Yo, the biggest dream match that I'm hearing all over the social media for Ricochet.
Yeah.
Is Ricochet versus Toe Tags in the Knucklehead Network on Thursday, 9 p.m. You're invited whenever the fuck you want. Hit us up. I'll send you the link.
Hey, that would be an amazing pairing right there as well. But what's going on, Matt? Matt Awesome in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro?
But nah, there's a lot of amazing pairings that could happen. And again, wherever he decides to go, if it decides TNA, like I said, is doing big things as well. Ricochet can do amazing there. Ricochet going to AEW would be amazing as well. Ricochet versus Swerve. Yeah, man, that could happen too. There's so many amazing things that could happen. There's so many amazing things that we could see, and the possibilities are endless. Ricochet versus Santana. That's another one, man. Again, that's why I say wrestling, it opens doors that you never thought could happen. So you never know. You never know what we could see. But like I said, and like Toe said, as long as it's doing what ends up giving him the best opportunity, but also, again, whatever he decides, that's what matters. Whatever he decides, no matter if it's staying, if it's going, it's on him. And that's what people should understand as well, because I know instantly it's he has to leave. He has to leave. What if he doesn't want to? What if he feels secure there, man? Like that's the thing too. People got to realize when it comes to this, like, as much as sometimes it's like, oh, you want to play he should go here, he should go there. Sometimes that security being there is what matters. Like, I was watching an interview earlier of Mustafa Ali, and he even said it, like, he knew his time was coming, that he had to now do what he had to do, and he was able to get this momentum and build this up. But he thanks WWE for what they did, because thanks to WWE, he has the security of he's able to have the home he wants. He's able to have the financial security of being stable with his wife, his kids, his family being good, his wife's family being good. That it's like now he can do the projects he wants to do and have that to fall back on. You know? So for some people, that's what they want, is that security. So sometimes it is sticking around a little longer. So not everyone, unfortunately, can bet on themselves, you know? As much as that's the easy thing to do, and that is something that, that is the easy thing to say, because the easy thing, that is definitely not an easy thing to do, you know? So it's one of those where if you feel like, yo, let's put all the chips on that, let's do it. But again, I think no matter what, Ricochet he'll as always land on his feet like he does on that dive. Like I think he'll be fine no matter where it is he goes. Like I said, they have big opportunities. They have big opportunities if it comes to continuing this feud with Braun. I hope it goes in a way where, again, you could see Ricochet showcase. If it means going out of WWE and going possibly back to the Indies, there's so many places that we know Ricochet will land in. Ospreay teased it earlier. He put out a picture. I think it was at an airport. You just see somehow it said Ricochet there. It was funny. I guess that's I don't know what it's promoting, but it said Ricochet. It's like too perfect.
Yo,
So
word.
he did it. Swerve teased it. He's like, "Hey, the door's open." There's a lot of people that are like they're teasing it. They want it. Again, it's amazing possibilities that we could see. So we never know what could happen next. We never know.
Word. Matt, I heard that your debut in Hog went pretty good.
And
I wasn't able to see it, but I know Gigi was there. Right?
Yeah,
You saw it.
I saw it. Yeah, I got to see the match. Again, I gave Matt my input. I thought it went well. Shout out to them. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Jarrett. Shout out to Chris Cage. Shout out to Eden. Shout out to Corey Mack. Pedro Donis, I believe is his name. I'm not too familiar with, but shout out to him as well. You guys showcased well. You guys got to represent nuestra cultura. And shout out to Santana, man. Shout out to Santana for doing things and being able to truly do something different. Put the stamp of just Boricua and betting on that, you know? Like I said, betting on yourself or betting on something like that, a different idea is something where it's not easy. Because again, you're doing it on a busy weekend as well. Like you're deciding, let's throw a show. You're putting on the show during Puerto Rican weekend, where it's like parade, the festival, all those festivities, fucking so many little parades. Like I know, shit, the city had theirs, Knickerbocker had theirs. Like no matter where you look, there was Puerto Rican flags and just craziness. So to decide, you know what, let's also throw this show that same weekend and hopefully do well. And it did more than that. Shout out to him and shout out to the amazing talent that competed on that night. So,
word. You know what's funny? I just looked at. I wasn't even following Eden, but I got him now.
Yo, shout out to my boy Eden, man. That's my little bro right there. Shout out to him and all the things he's doing, man. Big things coming for that kid, man. So, but yeah, man. Again, I hope big things come for Ricochet. And for anyone that's in that limbo, because I know a lot of people are still in that limbo right now of possibly being out of contracts or in the midst of contracts and all that. I think when we're coming back, we were talking about it. Jeff Hardy apparently is a free agent as of tomorrow. So will Jeff just go with his brother in TNA? What is Jeff gonna do? We shall see. I would not be surprised if Jeff Hardy shows up at the I believe it's tomorrow. Hold on 1 second. Is the TNA pay-per-view tomorrow or Saturday? Hold on 1 second. Shit, I probably should know this just because of the amount of people I follow on with TNA. Okay, is tomorrow. So yeah, that's happening tomorrow.
They have a pay-per-view tomorrow?
Yeah, it's live Friday, June 14th. Yeah.
Oh, you have to watch it on TNA Plus?
Hold on 1 second. I'll let you know right now. It is available on TNA Plus. Is it also available on Fight? Because usually I think it's on Fight as well. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Is it available? Now I see Forbidden Door on there. Is TNA available? It is. It is available for the price of $10. That is not bad, actually.
What?
The TNA pay-per-view tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's only $10 on Fight.
Oh, that's
actually not bad.
That isn't bad.
That's not bad for a pay-per-view, man. Shit, remember, for back in the day, for certain pay-per-views having to still be like $70 and shit. $10 ain't bad. $10 ain't bad. I might buy the pay-per-view tomorrow. We'll
and actually looking it up, I forgot Dolph Ziggler's in TNA.
Yeah, man.
He did what he needed to do, and it's paying off for him. Like I said, WWE is not the only end all be all when it comes to wrestling, especially when most of the goal of being a wrestler is being able to support yourself and not need another job and have a good life, because being a champion is cool, but being able to make this your full-time job and support yourself and have your future based off of this is even cooler. You know what I'm saying? So he's making his money and he's doing what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how the most wrestling comes from Raw and AEW, and a lot of the talent gets held back. They get held in the back. They don't showcase a lot of their talent.
Yeah, it sucks because it's like there's so much talent, man. And the issue is this, because it's like, at the same token, you want everyone to go to certain places, right? You want people to be like, oh yeah, let's get this guy here, let's get it here. And we hear the rumors of, oh yeah, this guy's coming. It's like, cool. And that debut happens. It's like, oh shit, yeah, they're here now. Bet. 6 months later, we repeat the cycle, but then you forget. Now that it's starting to fill up again, that means certain people are not going to be there.
Yep.
Like we said, the Max Caster interview with Chris Van Vliet, he said it. The reason why they said for certain people, it's like, oh, why do we need them? And it's like, again, it's not trying to be cocky or stuff like that, but it's like, it's saying it because that has to be the mentality when you're there. Like when you're in that position, no matter which company, it's like you there's only a certain amount of spots. And more we see it, that it's like, this is why we have these conversations now, that it's like, man, they couldn't do anything with Ricochet. And when they had him on TV, it's like, you do this and you sacrifice and you do this. It's like, come on, man. Like, I get it. There's only a certain amount of spots and not everyone's going to go over. But there is a way where you're still able to put someone over, not necessarily them having to get a win,
Yeah.
That is part of it, that it's like, and again, I get it. For certain people, that's not enough, because when you're not looking at it as analytical, it's like, yeah, but a win is a win. It's like, it is, but it's also, there's a way to do it. And the issue is WWE isn't even doing that. Ricochet has not looked like that. Like, even this week when they did the cool, Ricochet got the clothesline, but then boom, gets killed. Well, the last few weeks, it's been little hope and then killed. And it's like, even if you want to, okay, have Braun look dominant or whatever you're gonna do, don't just kill Ricochet. And that's in any feud, that it's like, there's ways that even if someone is taking the L, there's a way to make it where you don't hurt the person either, because that's the last thing you want to do, because you want to keep where now you have the element of, now we do this and now we do that. Like, there's ways to maneuver things, So, let me ask y'all this. I feel like WWE recycles the same guys to be main eventers. Seth, Roman, and Cody are the only ones to be pushed. I don't think it's they recycle through. I think it's the idea of, it's who we've seen as of late, and it's the markability. It's like, back in the day, it was the Randys, Edge, Xena, and then you would fill in a new person.
Well, technically they are recycling through, because once Drew won the title,
yeah,
he's been in the main scene, for lack of better words, this whole time.
Yeah.
Seth has been the main event of Raw since before Roman Reigns won the Universal title. That was with the United States Championship, with the Tag Team Championships, and then when they made the World Championship, he was there. Only time he wasn't there was when he was hurt. Because even when he wasn't champion, that Monday Night Messiah shit was the main event shit. And what was he doing? He was popping out Rey Mysterio's eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so these are the guys that they lean on to be the main eventers.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why they do that is because they've always done that. These are the guys that are marketable. These are the guys that they can send to Letterman or whatever the case may be, and they will act right. They'll be able to get the job done. They're the professional ones. They're the leaders.
Yeah.
The issue is we wouldn't have a problem with that if the Intercontinental title meant something. Because it was always meant that the Intercontinental champion was the best wrestler. If Ricochet was the Intercontinental champion at a time that the Intercontinental title meant something, we would be like, yo, how come Ricochet never got a shot at the title, but at least he was the Intercontinental champion?
Yeah.
He defined the division of the Intercontinental division. The Intercontinental title meant nothing. And it means nothing again after Gunther. It means jack shit after Gunther. The Intercontinental title, something gold on Sami Zayn's chest so he can free Maxine and Otis from something that they want. And if Jey Uso was the Intercontinental champion right now, Sami Zayn can still do the same shit he's doing with Chad Gable. It actually would be beneficial for both of them if he wasn't the champion, because then the winner of that feud could go after the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
But this is what happens. This is why I'm saying right now, I think the best thing for Jay is to leave it alone until next year, because right now everything is so fucked up. Let him become his own star over again and win it traditionally with the Rumble, with Mania. He don't need the Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank is cool for Damian Priest because Damian Priest is someone that you can push when you need. He's like, yo, he's the big guy. He got the attitude. Right? He was like, we ain't got nothing to fuck it back against the wall. Go ahead, Priest. Do your thing.
Yeah.
And he can hold it for however long you want it. Because he's not necessarily the guy that we want to see be the next guy. But he's the guy now. And they keep doing this whole cycle shit because Cody, people liked his story, and he's very professional. He's the white savior, like Lay says, but he's that guy that's gonna be there every day and give you what you want from him.
Yeah.
The issue is, so is everyone else, but they don't get that from Ricochet, and I don't know if it's because Ricochet doesn't look like Cody, but I don't mean by the skin color. I mean by Cody looks like a EVP, but Ricochet looks like somebody who dresses well. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't wrestle like Cody.
Yeah.
You also have to remember, maybe they're sitting there going, Ricochet's cool until he gets hurt. I've never seen him get hurt like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they could be doing that shit. If he's not doing flips all the time, he's not really doing nothing.
Yeah. No, and that is also a thing, because that's unfortunately been reasons why certain people, like, I saw earlier someone put that comment for Finn. And it's like, they wanted Finn to be the guy. Let's remember, Finn was the first ever Universal Champion. And then they had to take the belt off.
That was Seth's fault.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a scenario of that. Unfortunately, at times, it's what do we do? You know?
Yeah.
And that's been issues with certain people, that it's like, once it's like, we want to give you that push, but then it's like, if we're trying to trust this and do this, and then it changes up the plans, which unfortunately in wrestling, that could be anything.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
I think those were hits. I think specifically Finn Balor and Sting were hits.
Explain.
You never seen Seth Rollins turnbuckle powerbomb somebody into the guardrail until he did it to Finn, and he threw him way too far away.
Yeah. And
he turnbuckle powerbomb Sting like 5 times. You never see him do it more than once, and it broke Sting's neck. No matter how much they want to say it's on them or whatever the case may be, it's like, it's a little bit too convenient that the two guys that people wanted from outside the company to be a champion get hurt with the same man. It's a little too convenient for me. You know, I could be talking out the side of my ass. You could believe that it wasn't, but to me, it's a little bit too convenient because Sting holding the WWE champion would have magically meant that WCW was better for some reason. This is to a deranged fucking person because Sting was WCW.
Yeah. But
and they proved that.
I don't think Sting was winning that match either way, though.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, they proved Sting was WCW at WrestleMania.
Yeah. That was the
and Finn was New Japan. He was the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
He was the guy that made Too Sweet cool again. But the thing was, the guys running the company that started the Too Sweet, I don't think particularly liked it, even though they backed it. I don't think they liked it. Like, we got the guy that's doing, like, Triple H was like, yo, Finn is the guy.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Triple H said Finn is the guy. And Vince goes, nah. He's an imposter. Because he just took your shit and ran with it. And now the Bullet Club and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from.
Got you.
It's too convenient. It's too convenient.
I can see it, but at the same time, it's like
how much do we need that? Like let's get back to tradition.
Yeah.
Cena hurt himself at the Rumble. He hurt his knee.
Yeah.
The Big Show threw him over. He landed wrong. Never stopped his push. He came back. He pretty much fell in line where he got out. And then he became champion based off of that injury. Oh, look at how he came back from his knee injury and blah, blah, blah. But when he won the title from JBL, they didn't do nothing magical. Not saying that JBL could have did a shooting star press, but they did nothing to warrant him hurting his knee again. He hurt his pec or his bicep. He came back as the number one contender against Jericho at the Boston Garden. He never lost his spot. He got hurt one more time, and he legitimately came back the day they crowned the new champion with Rey Mysterio. He never lost his spot.
Yeah.
Hogan leaves. He comes back, never lost his spot. He's the number one contender for Sergeant Slaughter because magically the Ultimate Warrior's not here no more. He needs time off. He comes back and he's now in the main event with Macho Man for the world title. He leaves. He comes back. He's supposed to be tag team champion with Brutus Barber Beefcake, but now he's the world champion against Yokozuna.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a Hogan fan, but I'm not blind. There are certain people they want as champion, and there's certain people we want as champion, and there's certain people that only get one chance no matter what it is. It's not fair. And I think sometimes they're pushed a little bit too much so they can get hurt. Because Brock hurt himself with that shooting star press. He didn't need it. But now that's a clip. Look at all this. You see that everywhere, that shooting star press.
Yeah.
Never stopped his run for any of those title shots.
Yeah. Again, it's hard for me to want to agree with that it's like that would be on purpose, because again, the with wrestling, we know this, that it's the art of making it look like people are trying to hurt the other, but the actual craft of it is you don't want anyone to get hurt no matter what, because that ruins the whole thing. It ruins everything, because everything is there's methods to the madness, you know, that it's like there's no way anyone, again, that actually cares about the safety and all that would want an injury, you know. And even with the idea of, but pushing someone to possibly get themselves injured, that is why you hear this and they say, Oh, you don't know what you're talking about when it talks about vets being like, hey, be mindful, be this. Like, this is why you hear these guys that they talk about it. No one wants anyone to go crazy in there. Yes, they want moments. Yes, they want the crowd to go wild. Yes, this and that. But at the same token, if it means possibly risking it, it's not worth it. This is why people go crazy about certain things. Like, but as much as we talk about,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah,
to
yeah,
your
no.
point,
Yeah.
I would have rather Big Game Leroy not jump through the ropes and bust his ACL and had completed the match with Big Mouth than see that dive. That's to your point.
Yeah. No, but and that's the thing. We look at that, right? And it's the thing of no one told Leroy to do it.
Yeah.
Leroy wanted that. But what I was gonna get to was the idea of yes, you can get hurt in something like that. You could also get hurt on a clothesline. You could also get hurt on a simple DDT, which DDT isn't simple. I said it just because I'm thinking of moves that it's like people now think are common nature, but it's the idea of anything in that ring or anything that's done can lead to that. When you look at wrestling, this is why wrestling needs to be for anyone that's listening to this. This is why you're trained. This is why you're supposed to continue to train. This is why you should not be stepping in that ring until you're ready. Because yes, the high risk, high reward moves. Yes, it is means of possibly getting injured. Unfortunately, there's times where those injuries are fucking massive. The thing is, that can also happen on anything. If you don't know what you're doing in there, or even if you do, that's the unfortunate the unfortunate scenario of this of anything can happen. Your body is not supposed to take the stuff that people put themselves through in wrestling. Remember, those bumps are fucking car crashes. Your body's not supposed to go through that. There's reasons why to this day my neck still fucking hurts at times. And it's stiff and it's fucking and it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to feel this. You're not supposed to go through that. Where like with Leroy, it was a simple thing of him landing and it's something he's done time and time again. And it's like, oh man, this doesn't feel right. Or we've seen those injuries that it's like, yo, it's something so simple and it's like, oh shit. This doesn't feel like it usually does. Huh. And there's some people that work through it and they'll never know till after. Because adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And it's like you're like, oh man, I'm good. The minute that adrenaline wears off, ooh, this doesn't feel right. And it's sometimes again, it's stuff that you would never think. Like it's those little things that it's like, oh man, I do this all the time, or I do this, or I do that. Shit, this dude, Rick Boogs. It's the most scariest thing that he talks about in the documentary. About, yeah, I gotta stretch out, I gotta do this so I don't possibly he says the injury he's about to get. He says, let me stretch, let me do this so I don't possibly do this. Goes out there, and it's a move he's already done. Has one in the fireman's carry, has the other here. Doesn't even take a step. Fucks up his leg. I can't remember what the actual injury is, but he legit said the reason why he was doing what he was doing was so something like that doesn't happen. And again, he didn't do anything. It wasn't like
What documentary is this?
WrestleMania, the 24/7 one they did. The one that they the full breakdown that they usually do.
Yeah.
And legit, the start of the documentary is Rick Boogs and Nakamura talking about getting ready for their tag title match. And then they show the clip later on. And legit, the same injury he's talking about. Like, same thing that he's like, oh man, yeah, I'm doing this. He was stretching and he had the massager, like, just to make sure everything's loose. So I don't pull something or tear something.
Yeah.
And legit.
But you see, that's a lot of these injuries.
Yeah.
When a muscle like that happens, I feel, or I anticipate that can be prolonged or like avoided with rest, because even though he stretched his muscle and all that, that muscle snap comes from exhaustion.
Yeah.
You're overstraining your muscle for so long, even though you're stretching and you're doing all this, you're pairing, blah, blah, blah. You're not resting. You're not letting it heal. It's going to snap.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a rubber band on constant tension. After a while, it's going to snap.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like with a lot of these wrestlers that have those out of nowhere, yo, my bicep just popped. Because you're not really resting. You're wrestling too damn much. You're putting too much strain on your body. You're working out. You're wrestling. You're traveling. Your body's exhausted.
Yeah.
And you probably got no sleep. And now
again,
you have to go into a car crash.
Yeah, and again, this is stuff that it's because you're not supposed to do this. The amount of strain, the amount of stuff that even the travel is hectic because your body's not getting the rest.
Shit.
Those travel days, like people are like, oh man, that should be the easiest because all you got to do is get on the plane. No, because you got to wake up at the fucking wee dawn of the hours because a lot of times they're flying either too damn early or too damn late in the night.
Yo, bro, when I got out the car to go to the store,
Yeah.
I almost couldn't get out the car because I was sitting down for so long. My knee fucking was too weak to pick me up.
Yep.
I was sore from sitting down for so long.
Yeah. Bro, I felt that when I finally got out and I was like, yeah, that I was like, there was that moment and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh fuck. And that happens. And that's what they talk about with this because a lot of these flight days, a lot of their travel days, it's long fucking hours, man. Like I think it was Speedball. Shout out to Speedball Mike Bailey, man. He's someone that I'm so fucking glad that's finally getting to kill this. Like it took him so long. It took so long for him to get a visa again and be allowed to come into the country.
He's Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some issue last time he had a visa, which was fuck, man, in 2010s and all that. He's finally allowed back in the country, allowed to do the things, and he's been killing it ever since. But he talked about it, like the travel is what's a killer. Because everyone talks about it. It's the crazy bumps, it's the power drivers, this and that. It's like, yeah, man. Sometimes it's not even the actual stuff in the ring. It's the other stuff. It's those long drives. It's those flights. A lot of times your flights, you're trying to catch some Z's and you're sleeping like this. With a fucking the
neck pillow.
Yeah, man. Shit. Like that's something too that puts a strain on your body. This is why when they talk about, oh, have you been in a long car thing, this and that, when they talk about how people get clots and how people get this and how people get strains and this and that. And again, it's stuff that goes with it. So imagine
even laying too long, you get the bed sores.
Yeah, man. That's why, like, if you're ever in a hospital, they have to give you blood thinners. Like, if you're staying in a hospital, they have to give you blood thinners, especially if you're laying down constantly.
Yeah,
because that develops too. Like, there's stuff like that it's like you see with all this that is like, imagine. So for a wrestler's schedule, especially if they're on a contracted schedule that they're doing TV, they're trying to get a workout in. They're trying to somehow get meals in.
Yeah.
They're trying to at least get some rest. But in the midst of that, depending on how the schedule is, having to decide, okay, if it's a flight, if it's driving, if it's then, okay, is there media? Is there meet and greets? Is there this? Depending on who they are. Especially when you're the champ. Oh, now it's double because now it's like you have to do media, you have to do this, and then you're still trying to fit in all the rest of the normal stuff. That's why you see this, and then it adds on to the stress of when, and again, some people there's the mixed emotion of it now because I saw Taker and all of them, they gave their 2 cents on it, but it's still weird to me. Don't be that person that is stalking these wrestlers at the fucking airports and then actually following them now. It's one thing that, like one thing that a fucking, you're at the airport, you're asking for these signatures that it's like, if it's for you, that's one thing. Now it's like it's all a fucking money grab, man. That it kills it because it ruins the opportunity for so many people that actually would love that. Like I think it was even there was a singer that now they said, nah, man, I'm not signing shit. Because all you guys do is put it on eBay or do this or do that. Like, nah. Like
Yeah.
that's how it's ruined the idea of autographs and shit like that.
Yeah, I think it was Jeff Hardy. They showed the video. The guy goes, "Oh, can you sign this and then this?" And it was like the same picture. He just signed it like 7 times and shit. And he's just, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, you're not contractually obligated to do this shit." Like,
no, they're not.
Like, yo, I understand. Now, both sides of the fence. If I'm at the airport and I'm waiting for my flight, and I see a wrestler, oh shit, yo, bro, sorry to bother you. Think I get a picture with you? That's cool. Like, I would want to do it because I'm a fan. I'm never gonna see you. Like, this is some spur, but to follow them, it's a different story. But I think both of them get bunched up into the same category of now when I'm in the airport, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. No, I think, but that's the thing. I think that they will actually be more like, especially if you do it the nice way. Because that's the thing too. Like a lot of the people that do this, they're never like, hey man, I'm so sorry, like this and that. No, it's almost like paparazzi. Oh, sign this, like no, please, nothing. It's just sign this, do this, do this. And if they don't, oh, this is how you treat your fans, blah, blah, blah. It's the guilt trip, it's the pity, it's this and that. And it's like, yo, it is a lot of times again, early ass o'clock. It's fucking early in the morning. They're fucking not themselves because a lot of times it's after a long flight. It's after a fucking hectic travel day. It's times that it's like, yo, last thing you want to do when you're getting off a fucking plane is be bombarded by that shit. Like, shit. When I've had travel days, the last thing I want to do is even barely talk to people. I just want to get fucking home. Or if I'm traveling, like especially when I do those travels to fucking Ecuador, man, last thing I want to do is anything. I just want to fucking get in the car, especially when I get over there. It's like just get in the car and let's start the drive. Because that even that in itself, depending on where I land, it's another 3 to 4 hours.
Shit.
So imagine it's an 8-hour like travel just to get to Ecuador, and then from wherever I land, it can either be 3 to 4 hours or 5 to 6 because of how fucking big Ecuador is. It's the center of the fucking like it's the equator.
Yeah.
So it's like it's land. Like we complain about how big New York is and how to get to here to get to nah, man, doesn't compare. Like I would love that drive from like here to PA compared to those drives sometimes in Ecuador.
Nah,
because
I hate you.
Especially just because those drives, at least it's somewhat safe.
Yeah.
In Ecuador at times, especially the times that we get there. Because every time we get there, by the time we get, it's like shit, like 5, 6 p.m. So by the time we're driving and we're getting through the mountains, man, it's pitch black at times, and you're driving through not like secure roads that you have this and this. Like we were driving today, that I made the joke that it's like, yo, where do they want us to go? Through the fucking train tracks? Imagine you're driving and there's nothing there. It's just a fucking road, but there's no barricades. There's nothing there. And God forbid you slid.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, imagine those travel fucking days. But again, that's a conversation for a Toe in the Show. But it's stuff like that it's like, yo, again, have respect for these workers. Have respect for that.
What was like? No,
I was gonna say like even Samantha Irvin did that video yesterday.
Yeah,
from the airport, flying to fucking France, having to let people know, hey, that picture is from fucking whenever the fuck it was,
September or something, December.
It's like, yo, she decided to post that. Fucking like it. That's it. Oh, it looks fine to me. This and this. It's like, why are you? What?
Listen, man. That's
like,
but what What was the issue with Bianca Belair? I know she posted something, but somebody was following her.
Someone legit followed her, I believe, to her vehicle, and even from the airport to her hotel.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So it's like, bro, shit like that,
Yo,
man.
And that's dangerous just for us, man. Because every time that when I used to take the bus, I would walk home from the bus to my house, and the route is the main street. So every time people will walk off the bus, and I'm like walking behind them, and majority of the time it's a woman, and I'm sitting like, I'm not following you. I'm just trying to get home. Like I'm just like I'll see them getting nervous, and I'll just be like, I walk faster, and I'll just pass them. Like I'm not following you. I'm just trying to get home. I'm just trying to get home.
I was gonna say,
now I'm
one
starting
of those...
to feel like I'm like shit. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Like I'm just trying to get home. Don't call the cops. Don't. I'm just trying to get home, man. Don't. Please.
It's like, what do you do in that scenario? Like, because I've heard people that's like, yo, even at that point, there's like, yo, they could be right there.
Yeah.
And they'll just fucking circle the block just so it doesn't seem fucking like suspicious, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And there was one time I literally, like, the girl turned around.
Yeah.
And that's what she told me.
I don't know if it's me, but the theme sounded so low.
Did it?
I didn't even hear the theme.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. Like it sounded like the board was playing it, but didn't come off on here.
Because of fucking update.
It's okay.
Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small dick.
It's TMI time.
Yeah, you heard it low because you heard it over my mic and not over the fucking.
Okay.
It
that was
changed. So when I did that
update.
other thing, you didn't hear it. Okay, no one didn't even respond.
What'd you do?
So when my shit updates, it changes everything from the it changes all the outputs from the sample board to the default output.
Okay.
And the default output doesn't come out here, so you didn't hear it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm in pain.
Oh no.
But yeah, so she turned around and I literally was like, I'm not following you, I'm just trying to go home.
Okay.
And she looked at me like, what? And I was like, I'm not following you, I'm just trying to go home. And I walked past her. And I just kept walking past her, and I was like, "Yo, it's scary. You think it'd be more scary for her, but it was scary for me. Like,
because you never know.
One block I'm behind her, 2 blocks I'm behind her. Fuck, we're going in the same direction.
Yeah, no. And again, it's that scenario that you never know. That instantly, it's like, this is an awkward scenario.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you don't want to be that person that is like, hey, this guy's following me. No, I'm just trying to go home, man.
Word. We're talking about Bianca Belair.
Yeah, because we're talking about that she unfortunately.
Someone followed her to her car, then to her hotel room and all that.
Yep.
We're also talking about basically the stalkers that are in the airports waiting for these wrestlers to sign 4,000 things. That's where it came up.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but
no bueno.
No.
Gigi is on a steak high.
Yo, that was me a little while ago. I legit, the minute I got upstairs, I was like, hi, Ma. Hi, Looney. I laid my ass down. I was like, yeah, I'm
I got home, I shaved, and I said, fuck, I gotta start getting ready for this podcast.
No, yeah. I was like, nah, I'm gonna even change clothes because I'm like, yeah, I just smell like pure fucking meat. Pause.
I
said pause.
I was so out of it that I end up ordering mozzarella sticks instead of ordering a small pie. And then I order like a personal pizza, like right after I got my order. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what I ordered. Oh, I have to place another order now. That's great.
I feel like the mozzarella sticks would have been good though. Just got some marinara.
Not for a little one.
The boss said no.
She said, what do you think? We're at a job interview?
The boss said no.
I still said, man, you could have just made some arroz con huevo. It would have been fine. You've been good to go.
For me, I'm just also in a lot of pain.
No, yeah, I can imagine.
My
Like, that
whole back
was
feels like right now it's on fire. My back feels like it's like this right now.
oof.
So
Yeah.
that's why y'all are getting the energy. Not you guys already know, but
No,
that's why the world is getting this slow ass GG energy right now because I'm in an immense amount of pain. Yeah, I'm just I don't know what else to add to that.
I hear you.
It's all good. It is all good.
Clash of the Champions is happening this
Clash at the Castle.
Saturday.
Clash at the Castle.
Clash of the Castle. I said that. That's what I said.
Yes. Ray was the one who said it wrong.
Right.
What did I say?
Clash of the Champions.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just know it's happening in the Hydro.
What? Hydro? Like Captain America Hydro?
No. That's the Hydra. But this is going to be happening live in Scotland at the Hydro, the world famous Hydro.
Right.
The venue that's hosted.
That's why we need complete sentences, Ray.
I said it was happening at the Hydro.
You know, all I heard was, that's why it's happening at the Hydro.
Yo, I'm out of it. I'm still out of it too.
All right, cool.
I got the itis still. I'm tired. So it's gonna be a very fill in the blanks episode of Wrestling with Knuckleheads.
I'm about to order me some checkers. Get me some food in the system.
How are you hungry, my guy?
Shit, I'm Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
All I had legit was some ginger ale and water because I am still stuffed.
Oh, I got more chips in it.
And it has some
I just finished.
Oh my god, water sounds so good right now.
Yeah, I had to drink a lot of water because all that is starting to just make me thirsty.
I should have got more rice. Look at Ray's face. Look at G's face.
Yo, the rice was right behind us. I don't know why you didn't get.
I didn't want to get up.
You know what's funny? I also kind of wanted more rice, especially at one point that I'm like, yo, yeah, I finished my rice too quickly.
I didn't want to get up. I wanted cookies to bring me some shit.
Fucking cookies.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell that story tomorrow because we're gonna leave that for the Toe in the Show with Ray because that shit is that's gonna be the episode. That's gonna be the title tomorrow. Fucking cookies. That shit was funny, but yes. So this weekend will be Clash of the Castle. Apparently, the TNA pay-per-view that thought was happening on Saturday is also happening tomorrow. Yeah, so it's a busy weekend for wrestling as we're getting ready for that. 2 weeks away from Forbidden Door. And so wrestling.
I got the card up. I got the card up when you're ready.
Go.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go from the list they got. The first match they have is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fry and Esla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Now, in a perfect world, I would have Sonya Baszler and Zoe Starks win that. And I'm going to start making these choices based off of my heart and what I want to see instead of for what I think is going to happen.
Gotcha. No, hey man, do what floats your boat. Do what floats your boat.
That is really strong. Wait.
Oh, it's
trying to make it sillier. Hey, there you go.
It twists to her will.
Oh, and another. And another. Wait, what? What happened to all the bends? Wait, what was
Bendy
what
shows
are you
don't
drinking?
make you happy and not human. Grape soda.
because that
I was
reaction.
gonna get water, but I did order myself some grape soda.
Yeah.
No, that reaction. I was like, yo, what are you?
Oh, it's because what's a Sunkist grape soda?
Oh, okay. So
Not a Welch's grape soda.
yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
or it's
And
not
a little more bite
Spanish
to that one.
uva. It's American uva.
Welch though, Welch hits. That Welch soda is
Or the Colony old school in that Colony, some shit like that. I'm gonna find it.
okay. Cause I was like,
You know
Colony doesn't ring a bell, but I feel like I might, if I see it, I might know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna look it up.
But okay. So when it comes to that match, I feel like Bianca and Jade are still gonna hold it a little longer, just because whenever they do lose it, that's when we're gonna start seeing the breakup. And I don't know if we're gonna see that breakup happen for SummerSlam, because I feel like it's a little too soon.
Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
But I don't know.
Sorry.
It could be that with Ricochet leaving, they decide to give everyone a chance, and Shayna Baszler is always Starks another tag team champions.
So now everyone. It's like, you know what? Because Ricochet left, everyone gets a shot.
Yeah,
Everyone but Ricochet gets a shot. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
in spite of, and that's why I'm saying Ricochet, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks are gonna win the tag team titles.
And over there. No.
Yeah, it's a triple threat match. So also Alba
that's
Fry
right.
and Isla Dawn are
Yes,
in that match.
I remember. Boom. I'll share my screen real quick. So when Raymond comes back. Oh my God. I look high and I'm not even high. Shame. Plus. Share screen. Yes. So this is what I was talking about. That shit right there.
Was that one of those that only came in the packs? I don't remember seeing that in.
It normally comes in like a 2-liter.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, you don't want to show me the fucking bottle? Motherfucker.
Okay, I'm back. What am I missing?
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, I do not remember that.
Oh man. I'm trying to look for like the bottle and stuff like that. I used to get this all the time.
Yeah, that does not ring a bell, unfortunately, for me.
It's all right. I'm
sorry.
old.
Nah, I used to get the CNC ones. The 50 cent sodas.
Those.
Black Cherry was my shit.
Those are like the Weston Beef brand. That would be the cheap sodas. Oh, we're actually pretty good though. Those Weston Beef sodas were actually pretty good.
Wanna Fanta?
I remember someone younger than me wanting to act like they knew what was happening in the 90s. I said that 25-cent drink was only if you only had 50 cents and you need something to drink, or if you bought it at Costco or at one of these supermarkets in the big ass packs, and that's what you had to drink because you couldn't get the soda. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let J-Lo fool you. That wasn't something you went to the store to buy on the regular. The 50-cent drinks had more drink in it, bitch. But yeah,
you mean her Geek orange drink?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Which is like, come on, man. Like the fact that she called it the man.
The quarter waters. But yeah, Shayna and Zoe Stark won on Raw, so that's a bad omen. That is a bad omen. Everyone who wins on the go home show it's always a bad omen.
Well, usually because they say that's like, oh yeah, you get this, because unfortunately you're not getting the actual win. But it's like, it's happened before though. The streak is like, it's 50-50 at this point. Just all depends. Whoops.
There was a time when the theory was whoever came out second won.
Was that a
And
thing?
then, huh?
I said, was that a thing too? Like if you came out
Yeah,
second?
yeah, like legit that happened, and then they switched it up, so it'll be like the first match, whoever came out second won,
Okay.
and the second match, whoever came out first won, and they will alternate that way.
Remind me to tell you what that actually means, like the first and second, because there's something like funny to when you're planning out like matches, why
Yeah.
people come out a certain spot.
All right. So I got Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. You got
Yeah, I'm
Bianca
saying
Belair
Jade.
and
Yep.
Jade. Who you got, Gigi?
Black girl magic.
All right, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks.
What? No.
All right, Bianca Belair and Jade are taking it for the majority.
Yeah.
The
Although
second
I
match.
feel like they need to do something about it. I feel like it should be a no contest.
That's a little difficult in a triple threat.
Yo, this is where
They've done
Jade
crazier
needs to
shit
show
before.
herself.
So
This
you never
is
know.
this is where Jade needs to show herself that she's not just a spot.
Yeah.
In a match, she needs to take on the
But
match.
that's all she is, though.
So far.
I hate to say it like that. And I don't like. I think that Jade could be a lot better, but yeah. No, I'm just gonna go with Black Girl Magic. I just don't see them losing right now, and I'm just ready for them to do something with those titles, because man, they're just not getting any love. And it's like we're putting titles on two powerful women that have good chemistry with each other, but Jade is still very green.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna go with them. I don't see them losing right now. I see them losing at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what was I thinking? That was a bad idea.
I was a quick bend too. That's like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They got me. I've bent over and I can't get up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The demons have come and got my back. I can't stand up anymore.
Stop, because if I go on the floor, I might not be able to stand up anymore.
Oh no.
I need that button.
push the button. Let them know that I've fallen and I can't get up.
I can't get up.
Why did we get accents all of a sudden?
Because
I have no idea. I think it's because y'all niggas want to go to Scotland.
No, because when you want to sell something that's dangerous, you put an accent on it.
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah. Who's more serious in danger than a Scotsman?
Just
An Irishman.
just to make sure they don't know it's Ray. I'm gonna put this logo there.
Yeah, man. Now I'm a
Look at
Scotsman with a
Ray and the
Jamaican
Knuckle
accent.
Head logo.
God damn it! I didn't think about that part. I'm gonna put my face back on.
But either ways, the second match of the night is Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, so it is a title match.
Supposedly. They're not the AEW. They're not gonna sit there and go renege.
Sami Zayn versus whom?
Chad Gable.
I think this is where we have a title change.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep picking Chad Gable at this point. Like,
I want Chad Gable.
just
I need Sami Zayn to be the constant chaser.
yeah, just my thing is this: it's like they're. I think Chad as a heel Intercontinental Champion, again, it adds more to the title than this because we're able to do something of like, okay, if Sammy wants to do the storyline of trying to save Maxine and Otis, Chad can still do something with the title. Like, yeah, I just right now it just feels like the title is doing nothing.
Well,
give it to
the
Chad.
title is doing nothing for Sammy, and Sammy's not doing nothing for the title.
Yeah.
Well,
So like,
I'm at the table, Ray.
Okay. Let us know what Jay
The-
has told you.
These are the plans for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
Right now, the Intercontinental Championship is not at the level that it needs to
Okay.
be on Chad Gable's waist.
Oh.
So Sami Zayn is going to hold that title until the story of Chad Gable, Maxine, Otis, and Tozawa finish, because they don't want that storyline to be undermined by some gold with leather on it.
but I think this would be the opportunity where we actually see Otis, or we see somebody from that group to go ahead and like step up and help him gain that IC title. It could be Maxine, or it could be one of the Creed brothers. At the same time, one of them might come through and just be like, come on, coach, we got you. So it may be this could be the turn that we need to see.
You know what I think? I think we do evolution on this. Chad loses. Otis wins the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam.
And I'm gonna put the strap on.
And Chad turns on Otis.
I wouldn't mind that. Just like the idea of it was supposed to be me, damn it. It was supposed to be me.
Right. Because that was a good promo. Oh, God.
But I think
I'm okay.
giving Chad Gable the title now is going to hurt him, because he's what? Him and Jey Uso are like, what, 0-7 on title matches? They'll just be handing him the title like, all right, you lost long enough. Here you go, buddy. You didn't earn nothing. And Maxine and Otis's decision is more important than you win your title.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do that, why not have Sammy use Otis and Maxine to get the one up on Chad? And then let Chad go, okay, Sammy, me and you, one-on-one, no interference, cage match, SummerSlam, we'll do this shit and let Chad win. And then you have Otis and Maxine make their decision there.
I'm not opposed to that.
Because I feel like right now this match doesn't mean nothing, because it's more of Sami Zayn trying to save Otis and Maxine than Chad Gable winning the Intercontinental title.
I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just tired of seeing Sami Zayn as my champion for the IC title.
I hear you.
And I'm over it. Give it a Chad Gable. Let's see how far we can run this from here to SummerSlam.
Yeah, and I feel like it gives a fresh spin on it with the title change instead of, well, we're doing this over and over and over again.
Yeah, there has to be some type of change right now in order for it to happen. Just to keep things interesting. It's getting mass stale. It's getting super stale with like Sammy as our champion, and that's the fucking problem.
Yep.
It's just getting stale. I need my chair.
So the next match. Well, all right. So I'm saying Sammy. You guys are saying Chad.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right. So the next match, Bayley versus Piper Nevins for the WWE Women's Championship.
Bayley. We already said that Piper Nevin is going to be the one that's not going to go over in the title range, or basically in her own country. They're not going to do the swap. Now, if it was Becky Lynch instead of Bailey, then yeah. I mean, I know Becky's not around and shit like that, but I don't see them dropping the title on Bailey anytime soon. Oh my god, that hurt. So yeah, unfortunately, Piper Niven's is gonna have to take this L. Oh shit! Don't kill yourself, Gigi. All right.
Bailey's birthday is on Saturday, apparently, according to Chris.
Yay! Good for her. See, it's another reason why she's not gonna lose. Oh.
1989. Wow.
We're gonna have to move this like that.
She's a year younger than me. I didn't know she was
older than Bailey. That makes sense.
I didn't know she was such a young whippersnapper.
This nigga.
Yeah, what is it with you this week and calling people young whippersnappers?
Once you reach the age of older shit,
everybody's
a young whippersnapper.
You just start saying young
I'm
whippersnapper.
older than you, and I don't even use those terms. So come again.
Are you old as shit?
Yes, and my body definitely feels like it's older. It's just, oh my god, good for you. Born 1980. Yo, drop your social while you're at it. I need to go run a couple credit cards underneath your. How's your credit? Let me know, Chris.
Well, happy birthday to you. He just turned 36.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, happy belated. Look at that.
Happy belated birthday, Chris. There you go.
He's still a young man, Chris. I'm older than him by 3 months. It's a long 3 months. But yeah,
so we're in agreement on Bailey retaining.
You know something? I'm gonna pull in my inner Kenny.
Okay.
Piper Niven's going over.
Okay.
The next match now is an I Quit match between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. And Mr. Loki's 49. Well, wait until you reach my age, Mr. Loki. All I gotta say about that.
He did. And then he went a couple more years after that.
I was gonna say, wait, you can't go back in time.
You can't.
Boy, do most of us wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
The I Quit match, you said?
Yeah. Cody versus AJ Styles.
So I don't believe that they are willing to lose both titles. Like, I don't see them. I see them changing the title for Chad Gable and Sammy. I see a title changing hands there.
Yeah.
I don't see a title changing hands for the tag team. I don't see a title changing hands for Bailey's championship. Liv Morgan doesn't have a match, does she?
Nope.
No.
She's too busy jumping on Dominica's fucking pee-pee.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a waste. And then Cody. And then dry ass Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Cody's gonna take this, man. Because they're not gonna have AJ win and Drew McIntyre win.
Well, who you picking? Right before I make my statement.
I'm gonna say Cody, but I really wish it was AJ.
Word.
Just because I feel like it's the unfortunate of AJ deserves one last run, and it sucks because right now it feels like AJ could become champion, but it's like we know they're not going to take it away from Cody yet. Like it sucks. It's like it's poor timing right now. Like it's like, damn it, AJ's doing like it would fit right now for AJ to win the title.
Yeah,
but just if it was anyone else but Cody right now.
Well, there's only one way for AJ Styles to make Cody Rhodes quit.
Gotcha.
Is if he reveals that the current contract that Cody Rhodes has is under AEW. And that's the last time Cody quit. Let's just let that stir in there. Stir that in there. There's the pot stirred in. I just wanted to, but yeah, I don't.
You just wanted to add more fire.
Yeah, this is an impossible match because this is a wonderful opportunity to fuck AJ Styles Raw in front of the fans.
Hey yo,
and they will never ever deny fucking someone. Look at what they did to Ricochet. So AJ Styles will get fucked over in this match because John Cena has never quit in his life. Now, Hogan, on the other hand, I believe Hogan, which is the next match, Hulk Hogan versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship.
What? Wait, why are you?
Oh, Drew McIntyre. That's who he wants to be. That's his character. He's Hulk Hogan. I asked him.
I don't think that's accurate.
No, Triple H, he approved it.
No, I still don't believe
it was
that.
Vince McMahon's dying wish.
He didn't die.
For Drew McIntyre to be Hulk Hogan.
I mean, his career's died. But,
yeah. See, I think
you got your facts all wrong.
No, it's there. Ask Chris. He knows. No, I'm in the room. I'm in the room with Jay. Me and Jay in the room. Yeah. Mercedes Martinez remembers me. I'm in the room.
So, so Gigi, who are you picking for this?
I don't want Cody to win. I want AJ to win. But reality is that if you know, if I'm putting my chips in somewhere, my heart might say something, but the brain is laying out the facts, and the fact is that adrenaline is in the zone. Something. Cody Rhodes. That's energy, folks. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes here. I want AJ. I wish it was AJ Styles. If the title were to change hands on AJ, I'm here for all of it. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah, like I said, John Cena can't lose the title. So we're all in agreement. Cody Rhodes is gonna make AJ Styles quit. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Next up.
What was the shit that Russell Wilson did in the interview? Let's ride. All right, on to the next match. Damian Priest versus Hulk Hogan. Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And
so you think Drew is gonna win it?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
The only reason I'm saying unfortunately is because I know Gigi hates me that I'm saying this. But yes, I'm still going with this plan of Drew McIntyre be walking out of the Hydro as the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and that builds to the summer of Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam.
If Punk can make it.
Well, he's cleared at this point, so it begins begins here. Begins here.
How is it cleared?
He's cleared. They wouldn't allow him to be this close to doing stuff now if he wasn't at least somewhat cleared.
CM Punk?
See,
What's he doing?
he's did we not see him a few weeks ago? The little tidbits that they've done. He wouldn't be around all this now if he's still at least not semi cleared. Like he was there Sunday too. I mean, yeah, was he Sunday? Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think Drew walks out champion Sunday or Saturday, and from there we start building to him and Punk for SummerSlam, non-title, because like I said, lose it by then.
What? Drew's gonna lose the title before SummerSlam?
Yes.
Okay. Gigi?
Damian Priest. I'm in denial. I'm in denial. Damian Priest. All right, reality. Drew McIntyre is taking it, right? We see it happening. Question is, how? Because it's not going to be a clean win. Well, not to say it's like a clean win.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
so are we seeing like Judgment Day accidentally costing him in a sense?
Yeah, I see Judgment Day costing Damian Priest because he's been always talking about, I told you guys, stay out of my matches. It's kind of like a reoccurring theme with them all the time, right? They're always coming in to his matches. So maybe that's that. Or maybe we get CM Punk to distract Drew McIntyre. And then Damian Priest ends up winning because we're still building this story with Punk. But the thing is with Punk, that requires a title. I think. I'm also half asleep, half awake here. And I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah. No, I can see.
We got a different camera angle right now for me, y'all.
I could definitely see Judgment Day's banned. Oh yeah, I forgot they are banned from ringside.
I was just trying to figure that out.
Time out. Judgment Day's banned from ringside. That doesn't stop Carlito. That doesn't stop Liv Morgan.
Or CM Punk.
Or CM Punk, yeah. Well, CM Punk did say he will be in Scotland. He said it a few weeks ago. Even if he has to limp, he'll make it to Scotland. But
it doesn't stop Finley either.
Why will Finley be there?
Why wouldn't he be there? I'm just saying.
He's
well,
not
his son is there. His son is in NXT now. So why not? But yeah, I think it would be too poetic of having Drew McIntyre win the title in Scotland. So give him that moment, especially after the Mania. What was it? A minute of holding the
46 seconds.
Yeah, so imagine.
So I'm gonna be the honest one here.
Yeah.
Damian Priest is winning.
That's what happened when you sat at the table.
Yeah, Damian Priest is gonna win the match.
Okay.
He's gonna retain the championship.
Okay.
Just for the simple fact that it's Damian Priest.
Okay.
Yeah, and listen, you don't need it.
Okay.
CM Punk is gonna challenge Damian Priest for that title at SummerSlam. And then Drew's gonna figure out a way to make it a triple threat match. And then after Priest beats both of them in the triple threat match, then we'll figure out how we're gonna get Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. I'm at the table.
Oh, okay.
I'm at the table. Me and Jay are talking.
Okay.
Just text me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm like Stephen A. Smith in this motherfucker. They call me Toei A. Smith.
So those are your predictions, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
for
That's
Clash at the
it.
Castle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
there's not many.
matches.
There's not many matches.
I forgot this is
It's
a WWE show.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. We had to be on a steak hide to get through this shit in a in a timely manner.
I'm not even
Facts.
on the steak eye. I'm just
So
everything
yeah,
hurts.
she's on the unfortunately a very pain mode right now. So we are on a steak high because I'm still with the itis. But yeah, that it
Oh,
it
something.
should be a good card. It should be interesting. International shows, we see how the crowd definitely makes it a lot better than most. So
That's true. So hopefully the crowd would be what's gonna make this show better for us to be entertained.
definitely.
Yes, they are all title matches. Yes.
I feel like they'll definitely probably add another one or two tomorrow on SmackDown. So
The kickoff show gotta have a match.
yeah, you gotta do something.
A match.
You notice this is mostly. Before I
What?
never mind. I was gonna say this is mostly SmackDown, but the women's tag team title is a universal title. It's a title that goes between brands. Sami
Right.
Zayn is on Raw, Bayley's on SmackDown, the WWE Championship's on SmackDown, but the World title's on SmackDown. So it's two matches from each brand and then the tag team title.
Gotcha.
So
That's at least pretty even.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna make the claim Bayley versus Piper Nevins is gonna match of the night.
I could see that. They definitely between the soccer chance they do for Bailey and then Piper getting the hometown reaction should be good. Should be good. Um AJ and Cody is definitely gonna be good. That I quit match should be interesting. Like I said, I would not be mad if AJ wins. But I feel like they're just gonna keep it on Cody. But I would not be
He ain't
mad.
gonna win an I quit match.
I think Cody knows how to say I quit. He did it once before, didn't he? But
We did it twice before. As Stardust and as the EVP.
There you go.
Wow.
So will he do the trifecta? Find out this Saturday at Clash of the Castle. Oh man. Do we have anything else to discuss for in terms of wrestling?
Ricochet is gone, and then Will Ospreay found a pillar that said Ricochet.
Right, yeah, I was bringing that up to Toe earlier. I was like, was that at an airport? Like what is Rick? What was that? That
I
was
don't
too
know, but
perfect.
it's pretty funny how he found a pillar that said Ricochet.
Yeah, that was a little too funny. That was just like Ricochet. But
Like,
no.
why not? Because having Ricochet on AEW would actually be more beneficial for him. Yes and no. The thing is that he is a flippy guy. They love shit like that, but him having the opportunity to go up against some other wrestlers that we haven't seen, I think he will really shine out here. Thing is that all Tony Khan is doing is bringing all the old WWE, anybody that was employed by WWE to their roster, and that's that. And then I read somewhere that they're planning on doing a WWE and TNA pay-per-view. Yep.
Yep.
He said something too about it. But yeah, I saw that WWE and TNA are soon going to be collabing in a pay-per-view. And which means is that they're going to create their own Forbidden Door, which means that if this is really happening, R-Truth is gonna go to TNA Impact, and he's gonna be like, "It's so good to be here on Monday Night Raw."
Oh, man.
Even though he should recognize that because he
was
the
TNA,
first black
yeah.
NWA champion under
Yeah.
TNA.
Yeah. I can't wait for this is where they gotta do the promo of like, hey, Consequences Creed, I haven't seen you in forever, man.
Word.
Wait,
where's Pac-Man Jones when you need him? Yo, I still remember that. I can't remember what clip that was from, where Pac-Man asks fucking Paul Heyman about Truth, and he's like, what? Because he just asked it the weirdest way, and he was like, the fuck are you talking about?
With Pac-Man Jones, that's
Yeah. Because I feel like he messed up Truth's name. Like he tried to mix his shoot and then the worker name.
Wait.
And Heyman was just like.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
That was, now that you said that. NXT.
You said Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
NXT. When Ash by Elegance and that's Dana Ash of Elegance.
No, yeah. When Vic Joseph said that, it was perfect though, because it's like just for the WWE fan base, that's how they know her as. So it's like, hey, remember her? Now she's in TNA. Like just to keep that open. The rumor mill is Tuesday for that Rumble they're doing to determine a number one contender. We might see some more TNA people show up.
That'd be cool.
One that teased his own name is Matt Hardy. And then the name that everyone wants to see is Joe Hendry show up. So we shall see.
I found the video you talking about.
Right? Oh, did you?
Yeah. You want me to play it?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
What happened to Run Truth the Killings? Did he fall off? Where he been?
What the fuck did you just say?
What happened to
Ron the Truth the Killings? How many "thes" are in this man's name?
I don't know, but it's like I think Heyman should have known what he meant. Like Ron the Truth Killings was his TNA name. That was the thing. He was Ron Killings.
He was, but he's not that now. He's just R-Truth. And asking Paul Heyman questions like that.
Word. It's like asking him, what happened to Kate Quick?
I don't know, man. After he teamed up with Road Dogg, we never saw him again.
Yo, word.
And that 2 Live Crew.
Yo. Oh, man.
But you know what? Nothing else besides what we just kind of spoke was anything wild for wrestling in general.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's everything has kind of been
quiet.
Yeah. I think as we get closer, like to Forbidden Door, as we get closer to seeing what happens with the appearances, all that stuff. TNA is happening this weekend. They're doing their pay-per-view tomorrow. Rumor mill is because of Jeff Hardy now being a free agent. He might show up at the tapings, and some more names because Mustafa Ali did an interview earlier today and said you never know who might show up this weekend because they're doing their pay-per-view tomorrow against all odds, and then they're doing a actual double set of tapings of TNA this Saturday in Chicago. So we'll see. We'll see who shows up in TNA. Will Jeff Hardy make his way back to TNA with his brother? And yeah. So we shall see.
Word.
We shall see. But
because special circumstances, I guess on that note, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, before we cut it off, I'm gonna plug because fuck it, why not? Plug that tomorrow, finally, at 11 a.m. I will be sitting down with the legend himself. Speaking of TNA, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, former TNA Tag Team Champion, X Division Champion, just multi-time Tag Team Champion in general. Alex Shelley, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, will be discussing a lot, including his current reign as a Pro Wrestling Revolver heavyweight champion, and so much more. That will be happening tomorrow on Respect the Craft at 11 a.m. But then come back here at 9 p.m. to the Knucklehead Network, as we'll be live with the Toe in the Show with Ray. So we'll see y'all mañana. Toe, take us home.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, which I don't think you heard us. Yeah, you didn't hear this. Okay. One more time.
Now get out.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood Knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Doses.
Who will challenge Jordan Grace tomorrow night?
Probably Natalia.
Natalia?
Probably.